Chelsea 2, Servette 0. The Conference League has officially started and Chelsea win, but the performance wasn't great. Let me give you an FYI. Let me give you an explanation of Chelsea's season this year. Conference League games are not going to matter. Conference League games are all about results. We can beat a team 6-0 and have the best performance, drop points on the weekend, no one cares. We win a scrape, no one cares. We win this trophy, nobody will care until the latter stages. And when we lose, they're going to pam us. And that's the sad reality of this competition that we're in. Genuinely, this competition is about building chemistry. This competition is about building momentum. And this competition is about giving minutes to players to earn chances for the weekend for the Premier League important games. I'm sorry to tell you this. We're going to break this down. Chelsea beat Servette 2-0. The performance wasn't good. Mudryk, I'm not going to lie to you, looked terrible. Noni looked furious but made a statement. And Nkunku gets his first goal of the season. Let's break this down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. The first one of the year. Let's get into it. So what I need from all of you right now, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you happy with the result and the performance? And after this, there's going to be a link that takes you to the latest Chelsea news regarding transfer. The latest on Romelu Lukaku, Victor Osimhen, and Raheem Sterling's situation. Make sure you watch it. It was a double upload today. Let's get into the breakdown of the game. Look, I want to start with a good. And today, it was a positive result. Because that's what matters, right? We needed to get our first victory. We needed to get back to winning ways. Because losing today would have been everything but a catastrophe. Genuinely, the fans already booed during the Manchester City game. Can you imagine how the home fans would have reiterated? Like, they would have been furious. And you know what? Chelsea got the victory. Christopher Nkunku scored the penalty. And then we got a very nice goal from Noni FURIOUS. And all in all, we got a good result today. Because that's exactly what it was. The performance, yes, it would have been lovely to see. It would have given confidence. But half these players aren't going to play on the weekend. But what was good about today? The goal from Nkunku. Nkunku won the penalty in a way that Guiu didn't win his in the first half. As soon as the game started, there was one opportunity when Guiu went through one-on-one. He went around the keeper, and what ended up happening was Guiu was honest. He got clipped, he didn't fall. However, when Drewsbury Hall played Nkunku through on the 46th minute, Nkunku played it like a veteran, like a professional footballer. He waited for it, and then he got the contact, won the penalty, stood up, converted the penalty with rigorous technique, just showed everybody what he's made of, and gets the ball going. And the reality is, Christopher Nkunku, people had a go at me, right? He didn't have a good game. He is not a creative outlet. Can he create every now and then? Yes, but he's not a playmaker. He is a finisher. He is going to be someone that we're going to have in the team to score goals. And today, that's literally what he was there for. He stepped up when it mattered. He took the penalty, put us ahead. However, his overall impact on the game was minimal. But people don't like to realize it. But he is not a creative player. He is a finishing player. He is somebody that we are going to have to create chances for. And he will be there to slot it in and get us 15 goals. The next thing we need to talk about is Jurgensen. Yo, this is what it must feel like to have a goalkeeper you trust. Because not at once did I not trust him with his feet. Whether it's a simple save. I just think he looked very, very complete. He looked very composed. And this should be our number one. I am deadly serious. Like, there is no excuse for him not to be ahead of Sanchez. And he gets into the good because he just did not give me any reason to worry about him. It was very secure, it was very safe, and it was evident for everybody to see that this guy is just a competent goalkeeper. There was no instances where he was shaky whatsoever, whether it's with his handling, whether it's with his saving. He just had a solid game. Like, that's what you want from your goalkeeper. It's what Petrovic was doing last year. Furthermore, we need to talk about the goal that, Noni FURIOUS scored. So Noni FURIOUS didn't start the game, but Noni came on for Pedro Neto, and what happened was Tustin played a lovely ball into Enzo, and Enzo got the ball, got his head up, beautiful curling assist over the left back, who had a very good game actually. Noni gets the ball, and normally, you know, Noni loves a little chop to get in on his left side. Noni didn't take the chop. Noni smashed it into the top of the roof, and he absolutely hit it with vim on his right foot. He went over and he done that little celebration that he does, and stands there, points at himself, says, "Me, me." And the reality is, Noni's got one of those faces, right, where When Noni's upset, you can tell this guy is upset. He can't hide his emotion. And I don't blame him. He's one of those people. I'm one of them as well. When I'm grumpy, yeah, you can tell I'm grumpy. I am furious. But I'm normally a happy bunny, you know that one. So I'm just chatting all the time, smiling. So when I'm upset, you can tell. And Noni comes across like one of those people as well. And you can see he's pissed. Like, he's genuinely furious because in his head last year he did enough to be in the squad. And now that the fact that the club has put him onto the market and there's conversation of him leaving, he's furious. And the reality is he's better than Sterling in his head, and most probably is, and he is better than Mudryk. And he is comfortably better than Mudryk. So he shouldn't be the one getting pushed out when he's the right wing option. But the reality is he made a good statement today. I'm really happy for Noni Madueke. Good goal. And he played with a chip on his shoulder. And honestly, when Noni plays with a chip on his shoulder, it's a completely different player than when Noni's comfortable. I love to see it. Furthermore, we need to talk about Tosin Adarabioyo, because what I think this transfer window has done and is really illustrated to me is we've signed squaddies, people that are going to play in games like the Conference League, and they're going to make us look a competent team. Tosin came in, and honestly, he looked comfortable. He won every first header. He marshaled the attacker. All their chances came away from him. And more importantly, I thought he looked decent on the ball. Overall, he was just very, very solid. Like, very comfortable centre-half performance. You start looking at the rest. Viega looks like somebody that's a passion man. Comfortable on the ball, loves a sliding tackle, would get stuck in when needed. Just very aggressive defender, contact, very malo gusto, you know, a little bit less quality. So for me, Viega looks like someone that's going to just be a person that we can plug in. He'll get minutes, he'll be happy with what he gets. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall was the same. I think Kieran Dewsbury-Hall is going to love playing in the Conference League. I think he'll get minutes here and there in, the Premier League. I don't expect to see him much. He looked okay. Pedro Neto, on the other hand, in the first half, he looked dangerous. When he got the ball, you could see the quality. He was positive. He was taking his man on. But the only difference with Pedro Neto, and he's in the good because I liked the one shot he took where he created separation, took a strike. Everything he did was decisive. He just didn't see the ball as much as I would have wanted him to see the ball. Do you understand? I hope you understand what I'm saying. Because the reality is, overall, he was good, but nothing great, nothing special, nothing spectacular. I expect more. And he's in the same camp as Nkunku. They just haven't got the chemistry yet. They're not looking for each other just yet. Both players are looking to get the strike off when sometimes the pass was on. But he looked fairly decent. And overall, I just think Chelsea looked very competent. I want to talk about the ugly first, then I'll go into the bad. The ugly is the fans, man. Yo, these fans are really starting to bug me, man. We're winning 1-0 and they're booing. And the reality is we are going to keep the ball. We are going to release the ball at a slow tempo. We will maintain possession. We're winning 1-0. We need to kill this game. And yet fans are booing. I don't understand it. Like, you're paying your money to go watch your team. Support your team. And you know what's funny? Because halfway through the game, you hear them absolutely cheering. They're singing for Cole Palmer coming on, for Gusto coming on. They're absolutely chanting. They want to support the team. But the booing needs to stop. Look, Poch is gone. I don't understand this fascination with Poch anyway. Like, it's not like we were great under Maurizio Pochettino. I know you're upset with the board, but the players and the manager have done nothing to lose your faith at this moment in time. Support them. Give them a reason, right, to want to run through walls for you. Look at the way Guiu's running around. Look at these players. They're just so eager to impress you. Let them impress you. Don't, like, absolutely suffocate them. Then we need to talk about the bad. And the bad is where we get into the analysis of the game. The players turn up today expecting to win. Like, the expectation was, hey, this is going to be a walk in the park, man. We are absolutely going to school these, man. This is going to be easy. And you know what? They got surprised in that first half. You could tell because it started with the first 10 minutes, energy levels were up, and then Servette literally got back into this game. Like, they absolutely peppered us for 10-15 minutes. They were genuinely overloading us in the midfield. They were creating chances, and individuals looked poor. And there's three individuals I need to talk about. Number one is Mark Guiu. Mark Guiu is the definition of a Duracell bunny. All right, I used to call Mason Mount that. Somebody that runs around, he'll look like he's doing a lot of work. Everyone will praise him. Oh my God, look how well Mark is running around. Look at the pressure he's putting on. But when it comes to that final end product, when it comes to that quality, Mark Guiu will leave you lacking. And for me, nothing summarized it more than when he tried to go around the keeper and he overhit it, or when he did win the ball from the goalkeeper, he has the open net, no quality, no composure, absolutely poor finish, and after that, he gets a second bite at the cherry, misses it, a third bite at the cherry, and the chance is gone at that point. And what was really epitomizing for me about Mark Guiu's psychological aspect, because he's a young kid, he's 19, a minute later, he's putting his t-shirt over his head and he can't believe what he done. Yo, you need to be a striker, and if you're going to play for Chelsea, you need to be cold-blooded. You need to forget about it straight away. But he couldn't. He needs a loan. We can't go into the season with Mark Guiu as the backup. He's not good enough. Genuinely, he's not good enough. It's not fair on him. He needs to go somewhere and develop. Furthermore, Badiashile. For those of you that have watched this channel, you know when we signed him under Potter, he looked fantastic. Genuinely, he looked like a Rolls Royce of a defender. I hate that expression, but it's perfectly fit. He was calm in possession. He was neat and tidy. He was marshalling players out the way. Thiago Silva was guiding him through games beautifully. Since then, he has become a liability in possession. Anytime there's someone pressuring him, Badiashile's legs are shaking. Like, short passes aren't going straight. They're going wide, and he puts his teammates in danger. And for me, you can't have that in a possession-based system. Genuinely, this player is worrying me because he's not a starter. He's not going to start ahead of Fofana, nor is he going to start ahead of Levi Colwill. That's evident to see. I think he's fallen behind the pecking order with Toussaint. I think Toussaint is better than him. And what the worrying thing for me is, this was Disasi's first game under this lead, ownership. Since Enzo Maresca's come in, this was his first game, and I thought Disasi looked better. I think Disasi looked better on the ball. I think Badiashile looked uncomfortable. His defending was rash. I genuinely am worried about this player now. Initially, I was like, oh, this is bad form. This isn't bad form. This is a bad period of time now where I can make conclusions, and I'm very worried. I can't lie to you. And the final one's Mykhailo Mudryk, man. Mykhailo Mudryk's performance was the epitome of his time at Chelsea Football Club. He does something really good, execution poor. He took a man on, nutmegs him, poor pass to Dewsbury Hall, the ball overhit, goes out of the play. He picks the ball up, he uses his pace wonderfully in the second half on the left-hand side. He drifts past the defender, leaves him, telling him, eat my shorts, the way Dash would. Next thing you know, he gets the ball, looks up, poor execution with his left foot of a cross. So there's one instance where he hits it into Guiu. Guiu loses touch. Mudryk picks up the ball, strike the ball cleanly. He doesn't strike the ball cleanly, it goes just wide. Genuinely, every time I watch Mudryk, I go, I can see you have talent, yeah? But you're not good enough. Genuinely, he needs to go on loan. My man has to go on loan, and we need to recoup some of the money we have for him. Because what I am seeing is disgusting. He cannot be ahead of Noni Madueke. He cannot play ahead of Joao Felix. He cannot play ahead of Pedro Neto. He can't play ahead of Christopher Nkunku, nor can he play ahead of Palmer. He is not better than those five, and we're a weaker side with him in the squad. He can put us in good positions, and every 1 in 10 crosses, it will hit somebody and go in. And people will tell me there is potential in this player. But there is no consistency in this player. And if Chelsea want to finish third, like my prediction is, we can't carry players like this. I'm sorry. He will be the difference between finishing third and finishing 7th. You can't have that. My genuine opinion. Look, this was a review. Poor performance, great result. That's all that matters when it comes to Conference League games. So what I want from you guys now is hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and go across and watch the latest transfer news video and enjoy that as well. The Kavkas View is here. At least we won a game, all right? So it's two games under Enzo Maresca, 1 win, 1 loss. We move to Wolves. That is a must-win game. Let's get into it.